Hi, Virgo. This is going to be your reading from April 15th through the 21st. It's good for the sun, rising, moon, or Venus sign of Virgo. Just keep in mind it's a general message. It's not a personal message meant for just one person, so it won't resonate with all of you. If you're a cross watcher of another zodiac sign, you're welcome to view these messages too. If you're checking in because you have a relationship of some kind with a Virgo, these messages might be for you as well, and you might have to swap the roles. Virgo, you might have to do that a little bit as well. Just keep in mind it's general, you guys, and there are 8 billion people on the planet. Surely not all of you are going through the same thing, but I try to reach as many that need these messages as possible. If you want a message to resonate with you 100%, book a private reading with me. My email and some preliminary pricing are in the description below. And once you send me an email, I'll get back up with you within hours. It's very important to be on the lookout for my response. If you wait too long to respond to me, the appointment time I offered you may be gone. I have a long waiting list and it's first come, first serve, but I am delighted to read for Virgo. You're one of my all-time favorite signs. If you're new to Soma Chandra Tarot, welcome, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. I read for all zodiac signs here every week. So let's get into it for you, Virgo. I've dropped some oracle messages and some preliminary tarot. I will do a you versus them spread. It can be relationship or situational, and it can apply to any relationship in your life, the one you're thinking about and the one that matters most. The first card that came out of my color therapy deck for you guys was actually not necessarily a color, but this beautiful blue and water and its brilliance. Discover your sparkle. This came in the reverse. At the bottom of the deck was bronze, strengthen your body. And at the top of the deck, I have chocolate, nourish your body and soul. So right away, I'm seeing two cards that are richer. These colors are richer and heavier. And I think that you're feeling perhaps weakened in a situation right now when you want to be strong. And I think it can be about boundaries, perhaps. You're trying not to cave into something that's too heavy or too sweet. To a degree in your life. You might not feel as strong as you want to in a situation. And when I saw bronze like rusting or being kind of patinaed or needing to be polished up. Something needs to be polished up. Something has the potential in your life to really be brilliant and sparkle. It just needs a little bit of cleaning up. Some of you might be doing that with a project or a home or just yourself. This is about your body and feeling strong outside and within. I think you're feeling like you've forgotten your own sparkle. I think you're not feeling very brilliant in a situation, and sort of, I'm seeing like a shininess here sort of coming out of you in some way this week because of those cards all came in the reverse. From the Soul Truth, these are cards I've been using when I do emotionally focused therapy now with clients to help them think about what questions they should be asking themselves and if they are, and which ones they might not be asking themselves that they should. You got, do I surround myself with people that lift me up? And that came in the reverse. I think perhaps you've been in a relationship with a person or others. You've been in situations right now, or you will this week, that aren't lifting you up. You might feel like you have to be a solution to a problem, and you're dealing with some things that are weighing you down. And I know that that's probably true because moving up to this week, you're showing me the Ten of Wands, which is not being lifted up, feeling burdened to a degree. I think you feel like those around you or a person around you isn't lifting you up. And I don't know that you realize you have other choices. What do I believe about money? Do my beliefs match my dreams? You might be thinking a lot about career and money and how what you do for work is affecting you yourself and your relationships. Is what you're doing financially really matching up with your dream? Are you stuck in a situation or a relationship of some kind because of finances? I think you're thinking about that this week, it would seem. Your environment or the person close to you, what is showing me some different things. What expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? This person might not be realizing, or your environment might not realize that their expectations are very high. They might be saying to you, I'm not impossible. I don't have expectations of you that are impossible, or they need to be considering this question, because sometimes we have expectations that are, normal and based on rational thoughts and feelings, but sometimes our stronger, initial and secondary emotions can be difficult to meet. And we get into this place out of fear or anger or anxiety that make us sort of be impossible. This person might not realize that their expectations are high. What am I looking for outside of myself that is already within me? This person might also be asking you or others around them to fill them up in a way that they should be asking themselves to give. It's something that they're asking you or someone else or others to feed their soul or a situation in a way that they themselves should be able to do for themselves, I think. What's between the two of you? What are my dominant emotions that run my life? I've had this deck for 2 whole days, and this card sure has been making its rounds. I think that you, between the two of you, or just you right now, Virgo, you're having some strong emotions, and you might not be paying attention to them. You might feel that bronze heaviness, and the heaviness of that chocolate too, that these feelings are running your life, good ones and bad ones, like love bombing or things that feel sweet and wonderful, but then also can weigh you down. I think you might be weighed down by your emotions, and you need to be reminded to ask yourself that you have dominant emotions that you're feeling more than you're feeling other feelings, and you need to question how they're impacting your life, every part of your life. They might be really zapping your strength. The tarot cards that flipped out for you while I was meditating and shuffling and connecting to your guides: Six of Cups and Ten of Wands. Recalling childhood memories. You could be thinking a lot about your children right now, or a relationship with a person that you feel as though you've known forever. The Six of Cups is nostalgia, childhood memories, innocence and joy, back in the good old days, back in the day. And wanting that and missing that. You could be thinking of your kids, your childhood. This could be about a relationship with a person that you feel is a soulmate, even possibly. And now things are a burden. This can be about needing to leave the nest, or your kids needing to leave the nest as well, needing to give up a childish cycle, needing to get out of the past. But anytime you try to do so, it's a burden. I think that you're trying to complete a cycle right now, Virgo, and you're doing it all on your own. You're very close to home. Some of you are moving. This is often a card of moving, having to make a change in your life. And you've had to do it all on your own. And it's been a burden, but it will bring about an important change. The Wheel of Fortune is here. When the wheel is in the upright, it's ruled by Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion and abundance. I think that right now you're really trying to tolerate the ups and downs of life. When the Wheel of Fortune comes, it's good luck, and good fortune is on your side. But you're also playing out your karma, which is things that are meant to be, and you're moving through your destiny, and you are at a turning point, but you're just trying to hang on. You're just trying to hang on. Change is coming. I see the Four of Wands here too. This is about setting up a foundation somewhere, and when you get there, you're able to relax and enjoy and have a bit of a homecoming. It's at the top of the deck. Ace of Swords in reverse. You're not able to have a breakthrough right now, though, with something. Up until now, you've been rethinking some ideas, and your judgment might have been clouded. Okay. Let's see what comes out. Spirit, show me Virgo, Sun, Rising, Moon, Venus of Virgo. April 15th through the 21st. How do they see themselves in a relationship or in their life right now? How does Virgo see themselves right now? How does Virgo see themselves? Page of Wands. Well, you want communication. You want to be a free spirit. You are inspired. You're in a mode of discovery. You see the limitless potential in something. You're showing me that you're a page. So as we deliver and receive information, excited to communicate and discover more. But there's that Ace of Swords in reverse. Queen of Swords. You could be dealing with an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, possibly. You're seeing yourself, this could be a child and a parent. Whenever I see a page and a court card, it could be that. You're trying to, the Queen of Swords has a solution. You're trying to be independent. You're trying to have unbiased judgment. You're trying to have clear boundaries and directly communicate, or this person might be with you. And you're on the same page. You do want to discover more. Free spirit, limitless potential, wants to kind of go on walkabout, but you're not sure how to get there. Your judgment's pretty clouded. Can't seem to have a breakthrough with action or communication. Okay. How do you feel about this person? Two of Cups. This is a person you feel a strong connection to. There's a mutual attraction. There's a partnership. There's a unified love. You feel as though the two of you bring out the best in each other. It doesn't matter what kind of relationship it is. You feel like you want to get together and have a heart-to-heart with them and get close to them emotionally. Five of Pentacles. You feel left out in the cold by this person. The Tower in reverse. And you are very afraid to cause any disruptions. You're avoiding disaster or chaos or change. You feel a deep connection to this person or this environment or situation. You're feeling a little left out in the cold. And you might be worried about money as well. Six of Pentacles. You view this person as someone who is generous, that is giving, but they will only give as much as they receive. Sometimes it might feel as though this person is breadcrumbing you. Sometimes this is like a person that pays bills or is generous or has been very charitable. You might think they're giving to a lot of other people or situations. They might seem spread very thin. I feel like if this Queen of Swords is you, Virgo, you're trying to come up with a solution to how you're feeling, but your judgment's pretty clouded. You keep rethinking things. I feel like this is another person for you. That Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Divine Feminine there. But in your line of sight, you're trying to use your discernment and sort of protect your heart. You're excited to discover more. You see this person as being generous, but only giving so much, just enough to feed those hungry mouths emotionally or literally. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting, but you also see this person as being impatient and not having a long-term plan. This could be very much about money. And I know that in your Soul Truth card, you were considering like money and finances and how career and your pentacles affect your life. So the person in focus for you is a person that you see as generous, but that also they're not taking a long-term view of success. They're not expecting sustainable results. They're not going to make a big investment in this garden. And they're not patiently waiting for something. They're not waiting for a return on their investment. It's like limited success and reward. You seem to think that they lack long-term vision. And the Moon, you could be dealing with a Pisces or a Cancerian. You seem to think that they operate out of a place of vagueness and instability and insecurity. Things are not as they seem. This person may appear to hide things from you or seems anxious and emotional. They might be very intuitive. Or you yourself think there's something mysterious about it and you don't understand why, if they are giving, they don't have much of a long-term plan with you. You might think they're hiding something, or that they're operating out of a place of illusion or fear or anxiety. They might have said they don't trust you in some way. You think they're hiding something, I think. The Knight of Swords in reverse is coming out as your action. What other actions does Virgo want to take? Well, your guides are really talking through this deck today. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. The Devil in reverse. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. You've got Capricorn in your chart. You won't take a risk. You're not going to go charging in. You're not going to be direct or brave or brazen. I think you're a little restless and unfocused. You won't go rushing in and take a risk. I think that you want to be, but you do want to offer them some kind of stability. This could be a career opportunity or something that will manifest into abundance. You might have money to give them, or something, you're handing them something, that a seed that can be planted that will grow into something that will be very stable. And you're trying to be detached. You're trying not to feel chained and bound to anything in the situation. You're facing any restrictions or demons that you have inside head on here. You want to operate out of a place of clarity too. You want a breath of fresh air. You want clarity. The moon has come out and the sun was just a few cards down. Okay. Let's see your person or the environment around you. You want the base quality of what is happening between the two of you to be a pentacle, something that will manifest and grow into something that will be stable, long-term. This might have to do with career or money. But you've got to face your own demons, and you're afraid to go rushing in at them. You might be afraid that if you communicate or take action, it will happen way too quickly, and that you'll regret what you say or do, possibly. You might feel a little out of your depth. Okay. How does Virgo's person or the environment around them, how do they see themselves in this situation? This person isn't sure. King of Pentacles in reverse. The World in reverse. Five of Wands. Well, this person feels like there's some diverse opinions and some tension between themselves and the environment. Competition, disagreements, people bickering amongst themselves. This person feels conflicted. This person is seeing themselves as they're the King of Pentacles in reverse. Well, this could be very much about finances. The King of Pentacles is a person that's a wealthy business owner or a leader. He represents security, discipline, and abundance. You could be dealing with another Virgo or an earth sign. Worst case scenario, the King of Pentacles in reverse can be financially inept or obsessed with money and wealth. But it's often, if it's not something like that, it's a person that's kind of stubborn. This person's not being very supportive at this point. They feel like they can't be. This person also feels like they haven't reached ascension in a situation. They can't have the world here with you. They might be experiencing like delayed success. They're not able to move on from something in a situation. They might be going through a divorce of some kind. They might be trying to, but they can't. There's all this conflict. There's more than one person involved in this situation for them, possibly. This person's having a hard time coming up with a solution in a practical way, too. If there's movement involved of any kind or travel or distance in this scenario, this person's having a hard time with that. Sorry that the traffic outside is so loud, you guys. How does this person feel about Virgo? How do they feel about Virgo? They might not be ready for a serious relationship, and they might have communication might be bad. They might be worried that the two of you have too many differences of opinion. They're certainly not avoiding conflict with you. They might want to try something out with you, like give it a go. Five of Wands can be like dress rehearsal, but they're not sure it's going to be the world. They're not sure they can have the world here. They're not feeling a sense of belonging. How do they feel about Virgo? Four of Wands. They want stability. The Devil in reverse. They also want to practice detachment. They could be dealing with a Capricorn. That's not going well with. They want to practice detachment. They don't, the Devil in reverse is we're aware of our demons. We're aware of our insecurities. We're aware of things that we're chained and bound to that aren't good for us. And we almost play with fire, but we don't. They are feeling this way. They want to be detached. They're not experiencing strong desire and obsession. They just want stability and a homecoming. The Wheel of Fortune. Their feelings are changing and moving. This person's at a pivotal point in the way they feel. Lots of choices, lots of decisions, lots of ups and downs. Possibly about where and how to build this stable foundation. Even emotionally, they're at a real turning point. I think they feel like it's kind of up to fate where in the world you'll end up. This could be about distance, possible relocation, but the Ten of Wands hasn't come out yet. How do they view Virgo? How do they view Virgo? Three of Wands, they see you from afar at a distance, making plans for the future, that you have opportunities and choices. They see you having a lot of foresight, thinking about the future. Temperance, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, or you have Sag in your chart. They see you, the High Priestess, Pisces, Libra here. They see you as being, someone in this situation could be a very spiritual person with Temperance and the High Priestess, with heightened intuitive abilities. They see you being very calm and passive and not showing a lot of emotion with the High Priestess and Temperance here. These two energies can almost come off as aloof and calm. Not too much emotion, not too much passion, lots of calm, moderation, peaceful. They see you as watching from afar, wanting harmony, and wanting and listening to your intuition and being very passive. You could have a deep soul connection to this person, or they see you as being this kind of person, wanting opportunities for growth and expansion. I think you're at a distance from this person, or energetically it feels that way. It might feel as though this person is ignoring you in some way, because the High Priestess won't go to anyone else. We go to her. Difficult to get into a relationship is Temperance and the High Priestess, because they're already very calm and happy all by themselves. Okay, what action does this person want to take towards Virgo? That's how they view you, or that's how they feel when they view you. Three of Swords in reverse. Healing from illness or a broken heart. They don't want any triangulations of any kind. Eight of Cups. The action is, this person wants to heal from emotional, like heartbreak. They also are walking away from a lot of emotions that no longer serve them. Turning their back on heartbreak. They feel as though they need to walk away from something that no longer serves them. Knight of Wands in reverse. And they're frustrated. This might have been a person you had a very fiery, passionate friendship with. This might have been a person at a distance that you traveled to see. This person has very scattered energy and they're very frustrated. They cannot consistently drive towards you in a passionate, energetic way out of inspiration. They're not feeling very adventurous and their energy is very scattered. It might happen in bursts. A lot of tabloid tarot readers call this the player. Well, we can be a player in a lot of ways in our life. I'm definitely going to redo the whole garage this weekend and it's going to be done in a month. And then 9 hours later, it's like, I'm walking away. Think of that scenario in any part of your life. This person is dealing with some heavy emotions and they just can't consistently, passionately drive towards you. It might be because of distance, and it might also be because of that there's tension and something about it. They need to release a demon in some way with you. It might be sporadic. When they're around, it's very rebellious and impulsive and passionate and fun, and then it's not. It's on again, off again. Okay, what's between them? The Queen of Swords. Well, you can have an air sign between the two of you. Or a need for a solution, a need to protect your heart and kind of be very direct. Nine of Swords, and anxiety, fear, worry, depression, nightmares. Something keeping you guys up at night. This person might be stressing you out. Strength, Leo energy, a Leo could be involved. And I think everybody's holding back and trying to be diplomatic and trying to tame their emotions, tame desire and pride, and have strength of character here. Strength is the HR department in your own life. You're trying to tame the beast here. You might be holding back from one another, or someone is. Okay, what are the blockages? What's the blockage? Or like the challenge? Having to, well, first of all, there might not be enough attraction or raw passion and desire here. Or someone's got to get over insecurities, addictions, restrictions. Someone can't be chained and bound in this situation. Someone can't engage in something that isn't good for them. A Capricorn that it's not going well with might need to get out of the picture. Four of Swords, illness might be a problem. Or you guys have been on a break for a while. You haven't talked for a while, possibly. Stress. When the Four of Swords comes, we seek solitude and calm, and we really need to think about it because something really stresses us out. And it's never as bad as we think it is with the Four of Swords, but an illness could be getting in the way, or like this hiatus could be getting on the way. Queen of Cups in reverse is coming out. We got two queens on the table. A water sign could be in the mix. The Queen of Cups is often a mother or a wife or someone who at their best can be very caring and very compassionate and very loving and giving, and listens to their emotional intuition and is very in flow and emotionally stable. In the reverse, it's a person who's pretty in their feelings, possibly codependent, worst case scenario, jealous or moody or emotionally unstable to varying degrees, and they need more self-care and self-love. Okay, and that's coming as a blockage. Someone's dealing with their demons and they're stressed out about it. Okay, what action will take place? Knight of Wands in reverse. Well, there won't be any movement or action, and if there is, it'll be very sporadic and out of nowhere and out of frustration. Watch for impulsivity. Seven of Wands in reverse. I think you feel like you can't fight for this. I think you feel like you can't passionately move towards this person. You might not have the best boundaries with this person. If it's a relationship, watch out that you don't cave into a booty call, but it's more that you won't. This is sort of a passion project here. Aren't going to go to travel and see them for fun. Or if you do, it'll be pretty rebellious. And I think there's just delays, or it could be hasty. Be careful that you stand up to obstacles and challenges here. This is someone exhausted, giving up, overwhelmed, and can't look. This person's defending himself. This is a person that can't defend the fort anymore. Just feeling exhausted. Judgment. Libra energy here. We're dealing with a Libra. It's Judgment Day. I think you're at a real crossroads. You want a rebirth. You want a death and a rebirth to move forward in this situation, but you have to be willing to leave the past behind and experience an awakening and know absolutely what you want. When Judgment Day comes, it's freeing, but we do pass judgment on ourselves and others. Major life lessons learned. Got a King of Swords in reverse now at the bottom of the deck. Daddy no happy. Got a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, possibly male showing up here. It doesn't have to be that sign, but someone that has power and authority is having a hard time sticking to the truth and having mental clarity and coming up with a good strategy and a good solution. Someone seems a little cold and cut off here. Be careful, whoever this person is. Worst case scenario, they could misuse their power and play devil's advocate and play mind games and have to get the last word out of anger. Someone in this situation that's masculine is not operating out of a place of mental clarity. Worst case scenario, they might abuse their power because they feel the need to get the upper hand. Someone's not able to pour into it from the heart either. Emotionally walking away. Crumbling, not great boundaries. Oh, and rethinking the whole thing. You just stick to your intuition here, Virgo. And if you're the King of Swords, stick to the truth. It's okay to protect your heart. Don't abuse your power. Virgo's very smart. Operate out of a place of mental clarity. Okay, Virgo, that's your reading for the 15th through the 21st. I hope it resonates with you, and I truly hope it helps you. You're one of my all-time favorite signs. One of my kids is a Virgo. I have Virgo in my life that I love connecting to you guys. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Virgo. I really love you guys. I'll see you next time.